Yo, have you heard about the new Heat Press Nation dual station heat press? Let's talk about it. What's happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando, and today we're talking all about Heat Press Nation's new dual station signature heat presses. Now, I was fortunate enough to get the opportunity to check these things out live in person. I got to get hands-on with it. I was able to see the full lineup, and I was able to press down some of the DTF transfers and screen printed transfers that Heat Press Nation offers now. So I wanted to share some of the clips that I took of me actually using the press and my first initial reaction to it, but I would also like to give you a real in-depth review on what I actually think about that press and who I think it's made for. Now, they do have two different versions. One of them is a pneumatic press, means it runs off of an air tank. So when it comes into dialing in the pressure, you're actually dialing in the pressure, and the air compressor feeds the air into the press and smashes the transfer into the t-shirt. But they also have the regular version, the one that we're all accustomed to, where we dial in the pressure with the little knob. Both presses to me felt good and looked good. So let me take the camera off my dumb face and I'll show you some of the footage that I took when I was invited to their workspace to check out all of their new heat presses. What's happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando, and today I'm at an undisclosed location here in Long Beach, California with Heat Press Nation to show you guys the very much brand new Signature Series dual station heat press. This is the Auto Open, something I've been waiting for, something that you guys can benefit from. Let's check it out. I'll give you guys an in-depth look and let you know my thoughts. And like I said, this is dual station. The bottom slides, heating element does not slide. So right now we just measured this thing. To actually operate this, you're gonna need about 5 feet of table space. This weighs just about 300 pounds. Out of the box is about 280. 2 people are gonna have to carry this thing. But if we're talking about speed and efficiency, this is where it's at right here. So like I said, this is a Signature Series press. This is everybody's favorite heat press, built with 2 actually moving bottom platens, so you can actually press one, prep the next one while you're working. The readout is gonna be exactly the same as your current Signature Series. All the buttons and functions are exactly the same. The only difference is you're gonna be a lot faster when you're pressing. All right, so we'll load up the first one. Pulling down on the armpits to make sure everything's nice, smooth, and straight. Pre-press, I'm just gonna tap it down. Not gonna press it all the way. And we got this cool graphic supplied by Heat Press Nation right here. 315 degrees, 16 seconds. While this one's going, we could be prepping the next t-shirt on this side. Auto open. Easy release. We're ready to go. Now that this t-shirt's already prepped, slide this thing over, pre-press this one. All right, now the next one here. While this one's going, I could be prepping the next shirt right here. Auto open. Easy release. There you have it. Heat Press Nation's new dual station Signature Series press. Game changer. All right, and just to let you guys know, this thing plugs into a regular 120 outlet. No tricks here. You can see it's plugged in back there. So you're ready to go in your bedroom, dining room, living room, wherever you wanted to press at. All you need is about 5 feet of clearance so you can operate the slide out and get yourself going. This one is the Signature Series dual station pneumatic press. You can see the tank in the back. This one runs off of air. Let me run through everything for you guys so you can check it out. So this right here, Signature Series dual station. As you can see on this one, the heating element moves, the bottom platens don't move. They have the bumpers on the side to make sure it stops where it needs to stop. So your registration is always dead on. And this one runs off of air. Same exact thing, plugs into your standard 120 outlet, but you do need an air compressor to run this thing. As you can see here, they have this thing plugged up to about an 8 or 10 gallon tank right here. All you need to do to run this thing is air and your standard outlet. All right, and as you can see, this thing is on a double cart right here that Heat Press Nation offers. It'll hold up this thing, and it weighs about 310 pounds, so you will need 2 or 3 strong guys to lift this thing up. All right, so let's stop talking about it and actually show this thing in action. We're gonna lay the t-shirt all the way over. Today I'm gonna be using Heat Press Nation's screen printed puff transfers, something I'm very interested in. Basically, whenever I'm using any type of paper transfer, I'll fold it on itself, line up the design, and then pinch the top and bottom. Sometimes it's hard to see the design through the paper, so at least you have a frame of reference where the center is. So we're gonna lay that down, swing this over, and we're actually gonna be, both hands are up here so you're not burning them. Press it down, ready to go. Now we could be prepping the next shirt on this side. Hot peel, as you can see, it's puffing up. So we'll give you that one more time here. T-shirt's laid down, nice and flat and smooth. Swing this over. We're gonna touch both buttons on both sides. Heat press is set up for 350 degrees, 7 seconds. This transfers a hot peel. All right, there you have it. That's the new Heat Press Nation Signature Series Dual Station Pneumatic Press. Once again, plugs into your standard outlet, but you are gonna need an air compressor to run this thing. You guys seen how it works when you press those buttons, automatic pressure, everything looks good, feels good. All right, man, there you have it. So in my opinion, these presses right here are made for people doing high production. If you want to be more efficient with your time, these are the heat presses for you. Having a multi-station heat press will cut your time down significantly because you're able to load a t-shirt while you're pressing a t-shirt. And once you get into that flow, then there's no stopping you. For myself, I'm not used to pressing on a multi-press like that, so I was doing everything backwards. If you watch the video, you'll see I'm over here. I could have slid the drawer over and laid the transfer down better, but I was not familiar with that setup. So for me, it's gonna take a little bit of getting used to. Now, who can really benefit from this heat press? To me, I think anybody that has a DTF printer at home and is operating like a print shop and you're mass producing things, where you're printing your own transfers and you're pressing your own stuff for the clients. Time is money, so being that much more quicker means you could get to the money a lot faster. For myself, where I don't print my own transfers, but I do print for a lot of other people here at my shop, this is something I'm very interested in. Do I think everybody needs this? No. But do I think this would be beneficial to people that operate their own print shops that have big volume? Yes. Like I said, efficiency is key. Time is money, and we want to get to the money as quick as possible. So being able to operate a little bit quicker without taking up too much table space and still having the option to either just plug it into a standard 120 volt or have the option to go pneumatic and get yourself a little air compressor. The choice is yours. But for myself, I possibly can't run the air compressor here in the shop that I have because it would be pretty noisy for my neighbors. So my option would be for the one that you just plug into the standard outlet, clear off one of my tables, and I'll be good to go. This is something that I'm looking into when it comes to upgrading presses in my shop. You guys already know I've been rocking with that 15x15 Signature Series press for the longest time. I have a 16x20 Signature Pro, and I also have that True Spec. The True Spec, to me, top tier stuff right there. But when we're talking about efficiency and just a workhorse of an actual press, that Signature line can't be beat. And the proof is in the pudding. You could check out my channel and you know I've been rocking with that Signature Series 15x15 for years. Way before I got onto YouTube, way before I started making videos. That's been my press. My go-to press has been the Signature Series press. So now that they offer a dual station one, for myself, this is an upgrade that I can see myself getting into. 1, because of build quality, 2, because of reliability, and 3, because I need to be that much more quicker. But as you can see, there is a little bit of a learning curve because my brain really wasn't ready to be operating on 2 different platens. You could see I was all over the place in my demo because I just wasn't thinking. I wasn't really, like, I understood the concept, but when I was actually doing the motions, operations based off of just muscle memory, I was still operating like if it was a regular single platen press. So I probably looked dumb slow in the video. Once you get into the groove of laying the shirt down, sliding the platens over, and really utilizing it the way it's supposed to be, to me, it's an easy call. Now, like I said, is this press for everybody? I don't think so. There might not be people out there that are ready for that type of production, but I know there are tons of you out there that are pressing hundreds, if not thousands of t-shirts that can really benefit from a press like this. Something to consider, something to check out. I'll make sure I leave links for everything mentioned in the description box for you guys. I want you guys to check it out for yourself, read up on it, do your homework, make sure it's something that you actually want to invest your money and your time into before making a big decision like that. But you know your limitations, you know your business, you know the equipment that you've been operating with currently. If you could think of a way to make yourself a little bit faster and a little bit more streamlined within that process, and this press fits that for you, by all means go for it. But if it doesn't seem logical to actually get something like this, operate with whatever you have. Remember, it all comes down to making smart business decisions. Just because something works for me might not work for you. But for me and my production, having the option to do more at once benefits me and my time. All right, if you have any questions about anything you've seen in this video, make sure you leave it in the comments for me. Reach out to Heat Press Nation at any point during this video or after this video to ask them every single question you have under the sun. Their customer service is there for you. They service the customer. Hit them up on all the specs that I didn't touch on. I hope I did a good enough job providing the information to you guys, the viewer. I apologize for my shiny head in that video. I was a little sweaty, and they had the good lights over there. Like, they had the real production lights, so you could see every single bead of sweat dropping off this brown ball head right here, all right? Remember, leave all your questions in the comments. Follow me on Instagram if you wanted to, Big Brando TV. You could probably follow Heat Press Nation if you already don't, for more updates on all the presses they have and all the sales that they run. I rock with them. You can too if you wanted to. Catch you on the next one, man. Yeah.